Hey guys, what's up? This is Despawned, and welcome to the FuriousPvP Map 5 announcement. I'm here with Erica, TV, and Zoo.
Hello.
And we are going to bring you guys an awesome tutorial today on what we have in store for Map 5. To start off, we built a brand new spawn in Warzone courtesy of Shuttison for Map 5. The spawn features several changes, such as a reduced size. The spawn level is on the ground so that you can easily get into PvP. However, if your combat tag walls will come up. The Warzone is much smaller, so it's easier to navigate out into the world. There are also 4 roads leading from north, south, east, and west for you to easily be able to navigate the world when you're running to your base. To start off with the general server changelog, we've downgraded the server to the 1.7 and 1.8 protocol hack. The server will be based around 1.7, however you can connect with both versions. This still includes all 1.8 blocks that are only visible to one client. We've re-enabled block hitting and restored to all default potion effects. We've removed all of the 1.8 enchants and we've reverted to a modified version of the 1.7 enchantment system. So all changes to the enchantments will be found down in the economy section. Some server internals have also changed. We've moved all of our hardware to a server located in Ashburn, Virginia. We'll have a test IP in the description for you to use. This is coming very soon. In addition, you can now see players up to 5 chunks instead of 3. Mob AI or artificial intelligence has been removed. Mobs still don't spawn naturally and are used for the sole purpose of grinders and gaining XP to repair armors. See the economy section. Mobs will now be dumb. They will only be affected They can only be affected by outside forces. They won't move or look around on their own. As for donator benefit changes, we've entirely reworked the home amounts. Donator will get 1 home, VIP will get 2, Hero will get 3, Saint will get 4, Titan will get 5, God will get 8, Zeus will get 12, and Legend will get 15. We've also reworked the kits in order to match the new economy and balance PvP. See our Buycraft store at store.FuriousPvP.net to view the new changes under the rank section. We've made a number of changes to the economy in order to suit the new economy and style of gameplay. We've removed /buy, the buy GUI, and /sell. All items will now have to be purchased from the shop inside spawn, as seen here. We've reduced the number of items in the shop so players will have to obtain them themselves, and all items will be sold to sell villagers, which will be available here at spawn, and they will also be purchasable to bring to your base. The primary price changes are mineral prices have increased to encourage mining, farming prices have decreased, and mob spawners and mob drops have increased. Spawners will now be used for EXP rather than selling drops, which will not be worth much. The token shop, vote rewards, and crate rewards have also been modified to suit the new economy. For Map 5, we've changed factions to a DTR or Deaths to Raid system. DTR is a number that determines if a faction's land is safe or vulnerable. An explanation of how our DTR or land claiming system works is as follows. Each player contributes 1 DTR to a faction as shown in FU. Erica and I are both in this faction, so we have 2 DTR, and we have 2 deaths until we become raidable. There's a maximum of 15 players in your faction and 1 ally, but the maximum DTR is 12. So if you have more than 12 members in your faction, you will only have 12 DTR, assuming all of your players have full DTR and have not died recently. When any member of your faction dies, your faction loses 2 DTR. For 1 hour after anyone in your faction dies, your faction is frozen and cannot regenerate DTR, can only lose DTR. Once that freeze ends, you'll be able to regenerate DTR at a rate of 0.2 times how many members are online per minute. If no members are online, regeneration will occur at a rate of 0.1 per minute. If your DTR is below or equal to 0 at any point, your minimum DTR is negative 12, so you can't keep continuously dying and have your DTR be negative 1,000, you will be raidable. This means anyone can destroy in your territory. Land claiming works by a custom system called MCA, or Max Claims Available. The maximum claims in your faction can be calculated by multiplying the number of players in your faction times 3. So for example, Erica have myself and her in this faction. So we have 3 times 2, which is 6. So we have 1 claim currently, and our max claims is 6. The design of F show has changed, as seen on my screen. If you set home an Essentials home using /set home in faction territory, you must be allied or in that faction to go to the home. Once you leave a faction that you have a home set in or get kicked from the faction your home is in, your relation with that faction changes to enemy from ally. The home will be unset. So for example, if there's a faction named whatever and I'm ally with that faction, I can make a set home in their territory. However, if we become enemies the next day, I will no longer be able to visit that home. Also, if I'm in my faction, I set a home in my base, and I get kicked the next day, I will no longer be able to go to that home. The neutral status will be removed. If you're not ally, you're an enemy. DTR boosting will be blocked by IP checks. You cannot be in the same faction on more than one account. We've removed taxes and the default power system. So, what are the consequences if you die? Some of you are familiar with death bans on HCF servers, but for the most part, we will not be using them. We will use a custom system that forces you to try not to die, but also still lets you play the server when you die. When you die, you will automatically be deducted $300 from your account. This doesn't sound like a lot, but read the economy section, as it will be worth a lot more in map 5. If you don't have those funds, you will be death banned for 1 hour. In this HCF style warzone, walls will now come up when you enter combat so that you cannot re-enter spawn. When you leave combat, the wall will simply drop, and you are able to re-enter spawn. We've adjusted teleport mechanics. There's now a teleport warm-up of 8 seconds from when you execute a teleport command. By default, you'll only have access to 1 teleport per hour. This is to encourage users to roam the world in an effort to increase PvP and massive faction battles. You can view rates to purchase additional teleports on our web store at store.FuriousPvP.net. In addition, world borders have been changed. The world is now 12,000 by 12,000, or a 6,000 radius in each direction from 0-0. The nether is now 2,000 by 2,000. You cannot claim in the nether, but you can build, and it's a 1,000 radius in each direction from 0-0. The end is only the island. You cannot build or claim in the island, and will only be used to gather ender pearls and other such resources and to PvP. As far as events go, we've embedded a number of Koths around the world. Koths are now in the world rather than in a private arena and can be capped by any faction so long as you're in schedule. Fortress will occur at 12 p.m. PST on Saturdays only in the main world, as seen on my screen. Castle Koth in the American time zone will also occur at 4 p.m. PST in the main world. Bunker in the European time zone will occur at 8 a.m. PST, 4 p.m. GMT in the main world. Terrace, suited for Australian time zones, will occur at 11 p.m. PST and 4 p.m. for Australian time in the main world. Laboratory Koth, which is suited for Australian time zone on Sundays only, will occur at 11 p.m. PST and 4 p.m. Australian time in the end world. And Asylum Koth, which will be suited towards the American and EU time zone and will also be Sundays only, will occur at 11 a.m. PST or 7 p.m. GMT in the netherworld. EOTW Koth will be capped in spawn and will only occur in the end of the world every time the map resets. Important, this is the highlight of the update. This is what you've all been waiting for. You will now receive IRL money rewards, PayPal, for capping Koth events. When a faction captures a Koth, the leader of the faction will be sent a link to redeem the cash. You must trust the people you play with to distribute the cash evenly. When the capture occurs, the faction leader will be sent a unique link to type in and confirm their PayPal email address. Once they do this, they will automatically receive their money. The money breakdowns. For the Fortress costs, which again only occur on Saturdays, you will receive $75 USD. For Castle costs, which occur every day, you will receive $10 USD. For Bunker costs, which occur every day, you will receive $10 USD. For Terrace costs, which occur every day, you'll receive $10 USD. For the laboratory costs, which only occur on Sundays, you will also receive $10 USD. And for asylum costs, which will again only occur on Sundays, you will also receive $10 USD. For the end of the world Koth events, which only occur about once every 1.5 to 2 months, you will receive $400 USD. Faction wars will now only occur naturally due to the PvP changes, so no need for those events to take place on a scheduled basis. 1v1 tournaments will be shifted to occur at 3 p.m. PST on Fridays. For Furious PvP Map 5, we've also removed a lot of internal features to Furious that existed in many other maps, but we didn't feel fit for this update. Feel free to comment any concerns you have. However, we removed classes, TNT bows, jetpacks, FP balls, the cost to place spawners and changing spawner types, near container, fix and fix all, and faction taxes, and a lot of other internals that exist within factions. Our Dynamap page, which can be viewed from our website, will display an overview of all worlds which you can select. You can see faction homes via beds displayed on the map, and recent deaths via X's. The map will update every 60 seconds, and players will also be displayed on the map as Steve heads. You can see player locations, but you cannot see who that player is, to prevent people from hunting down or stalking the same person. The map will update every 60 seconds. On to the final information, which is the beta. As some of you may know, there has been some discussion regarding a beta map that will held to take place to test some of these new features that we've discussed. This is a newly introduced concept that we may or may not stick with for updates to come. We felt it was necessary for this update due to the mass amount of things that we changed and the things that were added. The beta map will feature all of the new features except for IRL money rewards and will last approximately 4 days. We haven't included any of the new builds or the custom world that is in the real map. This is merely to test the new features that we've created, and we hope that you are all excited to test those things. If you haven't already, please submit a beta application, as we only want to accept and work with players that are truly dedicated and willing to help us, not to fool around. The beta map will occur sometime on Sunday, July 29th. The beta map's max slots will be 40. In conclusion, as you guys can probably tell, these are the biggest changes that have ever been made to Furious PvP. With a combination of a mass revamp, IRL PayPal money rewards, and other cool stuff, we hope to bring Furious PvP's population higher than it's ever been. We will be constantly monitoring all aspects of gameplay and will continue to strive to deliver the most advanced and entertaining PvP experience we have to offer. Excluding any major unforeseen circumstances, we plan to launch Furious PvP Map 5 on Sunday, August 2nd at 10 a.m. PST, 12 p.m. CST, 1 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. GMT, and 6 p.m. GMT+1, which is the UK. Please post any concerns or questions you have on this topic, and a staff member will get to them immediately. Yours truly, the best factions PvP experience to offer, Furious PvP Map 5.